Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 194. And I am back from Vegas. It was a good trip. It was a helpful trip. It was a prosperous trip. I went from being, 22,000 to only 16,000 behind the pace that I want to be at, maybe 15.9 or something. So that was definitely good. My goal was to make 10,000 for the trip. And I thought I had blown past it, but I hadn't blown past it. I ended up ahead 10,285 thanks to that last 200 early this morning. So I was just almost exactly 10,000 for the trip. So that was all good. As far as energy-wise, I'm doing fine. As far as timing-wise, I'm doing terrible because I got home almost 3 a.m. And was going to get up at 6 a.m., got up at 8 and thought, well, you know what, I've blown it. It's too late for me to go anywhere. So it's now 10:30. I updated my spreadsheet, unpacked, got ready to go. And so instead of doing that, we're going to go hit a few casinos today that are a little bit closer. Probably will not have a lot of opportunities today. We'll probably play some poker as well this afternoon. So unfortunate, but my body probably needs a little bit of a break. Overall, I think I kept it together pretty well. I felt like it was pretty chaotic at some points because I went to new casinos I'd never been to before and was exploring, and it's going to take a lot of study and a lot of analysis to figure out if those places are worthwhile. Like the Silverton, for example, they have a good game, okay penetration. Is it worth going there? Well, the answer could be yes, because they seemed like they were okay. They were pretty loose when I was there, at least with the people that I saw. And they're close to the South Point, so maybe if you hit the South Point, you hit that one. But then the South Point is not that tolerant itself, so is it worth going to both of those places or just staying at the Wynn? And I'm starting to lean more toward just like pounding the Wynn. I hate to lose the Wynn, but maybe just pound the Wynn all day, all night, the whole time I'm in Vegas until they say don't come back, because they have a great game. I mean, it's a high variance game, but it is a good game. So unless I want to play unrated, I don't know. How do you do it? The daytime people know me pretty well at the Wynn, so that would probably be rated, because they actually called me by name even by not seeing me for many months. But the night people and the people at the Encore don't know me very well, so I could get away with not playing rated there. So we may do that. I don't know. I still want to keep getting rooms and stuff at the Wynn, but if I get kicked out because they know who I am, what's the point? I'm better off just using my free Caesars and stuff, which I earned from slot machine play, where I can pull my card, make it look like I have a loss for the year. That might be better than staying at the Wynn and having them see the money that I'm winning. I think I'm far from being backed off at the Wynn, because I did have that really, really bad trip, whatever it was, 2, 3, 4 trips ago, where I lost whatever it was, high 5 figures, like 20, 30,000, whatever it was. So that's going to get me along for a little while when they start looking at averages and stuff. But eventually we'll have to come to those crossroads. But for now, lessons learned from the trip. Well, I guess this trip was mostly a lot of scouting. Oh man, I forgot to bring my charger and stuff. That's okay. Mostly a lot of scouting, a lot of discovery. One of the people that I was supposed to meet out there, we were supposed to do some specialized games. All those fell through. He was able to get like 5 or 10 hands at a specialized game before that ended. But I'm kind of leaning on that working out So we're gonna have to develop that portfolio, I guess would be the best way of describing. We have to develop that portfolio and really start getting games lined up so that we're not wasting time and we can make good money. So otherwise, double deck at the Wynn is my best choice there. This time I did stay away, not on purpose, but I did not get a chance to play as many slots as I normally do. For one thing, I would normally go the Wynn to the Palazzo, Venetian, Mirage, Caesars, Bellagio, Paris, and Planet Hollywood, and then come back. And I would do that 3 times a day. So I'd hit each of those casinos 6 times a day. But I didn't do that this trip. For one, the Venetian Palazzo does not have a lot anymore because there's so many people hammering the slots. The Mirage is not there anymore, so I'd end up visiting the stupid smaller casinos on the other side of the street, which are not going to give me a lot because they have people who are low budget people hanging around there, squeezing out every little play. So that's why I didn't play as many slots, but I don't think slots is the way to go right now in Vegas. It's going to be table games for me long term, is what I feel. What is this here? Low fuel. So as far as how far I went while I was on my trip, and understand, I did most of my play was at table, so I was not walking as much as I could have. Day 1, which was a travel day, many hours in the airport, many hours on the plane, 18,048 steps. Day 2, 20,191. Day 3, 15,473. That's the day I met with Mike. That slowed me down a bit. And day 4, 19,150 steps, which was yesterday. Breaking that down into miles, day 1, 8.8 miles, day 2, 9.9 miles, day 3, 7.6 miles, and day 4, 9.4 miles. So definitely got a lot of miles in. What is that? 9.3, 10, 17, 27, 36, something like that, 36 miles in 4 days. That's a lot of walking, but I foresee my future being maybe 3-4 miles a day and just sitting at table games most of the day, which is going to be easier on my body as well. Food-wise, didn't eat a lot of nice food. I eat a lot of yogurt. I eat a lot of small-time stuff, but that's because I didn't have free stuff, and I'm not going to waste money. Even if I made $10,285 on my trip, doesn't mean I go waste $100 on a meal that I don't really need. So I did lose a little bit of weight on the trip as well, so that's good. So enough of that. Let's move on to today. Right now I am heading out for the day. We're going to go hit a casino. We're going to make a little bit of money here, and then we're going to decide whether or not to move on to another casino or to go play some poker. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back with some more stories and things like that from my trip. Alright guys, just got fueled up and heading to the casino. We are going to go play poker after that, so casino first and then poker. I did record a segment here and I accidentally deleted it because my phone was full and I don't know what the heck I was, I know what I was talking about in there. Expect Coach's Corner to come back tomorrow, and it's going to come back strong because he has a really good episode. I just listened to it and it is an excellent episode about comps, getting comps, using comps, a little bunch of tips on comps, and I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. He is one of the most amazing people as far as getting and using comps. He has more free days in 1 year at hotels than most advantage players get in their whole life, or most regular players get in their whole life. So he's really good at what he does, and he's got, I'll let him tell you the value of the comps that he's gotten, and it's just simply amazing. So definitely do not miss that one. Look forward to hearing your feedback on that one. But I think it'll be very helpful to everybody. And I do want to say that Coach has been very popular, and when his episodes stopped after episode 4 for a little while, everyone's like, where's Coach? Give us more Coach. So Coach is back with an episode on comps and casinos. So right now we're continuing our trip to the casino. I got myself on the list for poker. I'm number 10, so I may or may not have a seat. So we'll see what happens with that. But let's go play some slots, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, and that was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I only found one play, and I was a little bit nervous about it because it was $22.50 a spin, and I loaded it up with $500, and 2 seconds later I loaded it up with 500 more. Then about a minute later, another 500, and then another 500, and it was a little bit of agony because this is the same machine, same type of machine as I played at the airport in Las Vegas as I was leaving. And as you'll recall, that was my only loss was in Las Vegas on this machine, and I got it in a similar position and played it through, and I actually ended up with a pretty nice jackpot on this one though. Let me bring it up here. The jackpot amount was $3,291.90, which gave me an overall profit of $2,069. So $2,069 at our first stop, which is more than I would have expected to make playing blackjack today anyway. So it's good. I got a little bit of rest and still made decent money. So very happy about that. And so right now we're going to head off to the poker club. I'll try to take some better notes this time. Usually, or lately, I've been just playing and then trying to talk about it later, but I do need to try to keep track of some hands and stuff so we can talk about it on here. So that's what's going on right now. Heading over to the club, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, so I'm back. I'm at the poker club, and it looks like there's no way I'm going to get in. I'm 10th on the list, and the game started. There's 9 people, and the odds of someone getting up the first couple hours are going to be pretty small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of these hot pot places and just have a bunch of carbs. I mean, a bunch of protein, no carbs. Enjoy myself, relax a little bit. I'm back home. No pressure right now. We made the money for the day anyway. Might as well relax, and then if I get in, I get in. If not, that's fine too. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll come back and hopefully get some poker in. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. It's actually, see, it's like 90 here, but it feels hotter than Vegas because of the humidity. But anyway, I did go to this place and had a nice meal. It's like you could either do like a soup, and then you put your meat and vegetables in there to cook them, or you could do like barbecue, where it's just like a hot plate, and then you put your sauce and the protein on there, and you can grill it. It was pretty good. It was $19.99, and you know, I didn't want to do the broth because I'm just filling up my stomach for nothing. So I got 4 helpings of the beef and 1 chicken, and they actually have a fee if you waste food, which I'm okay with at all-you-can-eat places, unless their food is disgusting and you didn't do it on purpose. But if you're ordering and ordering and ordering and then you're just going to leave it, that's wrong. So I mean, people should be doing the right thing anyway and not wasting food. I don't like that there's a fee, but they tell you up front, so I get it. So then I went back to the poker club, and it was like 1:45 at that point. And I thought, you know, they have this $100 giveaway at 2 o'clock, and a lot of people just sit there and wait for that and then leave. So let's wait till like 2:05, and we'll go in there and see if there's a spot open, because I was first on the list. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. It's about 5 minutes to 2, and my stomach starts bubbling up from all the hot sauces and stuff that I ate. So I go in, use the restroom, wait around for a few minutes, and when I come out, someone's getting ready to get up, so I take their seat. So sit down, buy in for $200. You get involved in a big hand. I forget, I had like queens or something and lost. Rebought for another $200. Started playing, and it's interesting because there's like a group of us that have known each other for a really long time, and then there's a lot of young people. By a really long time, I mean like 25 years plus that we've known each other. And interesting to see the same people getting older and older every time you go to the poker game. But so I'm talking to one of them about someone else, and then someone else is brought up, and someone else is brought up, and just to reminisce and think about all these people that we used to know and all the crazy things they did. And one guy got pissed off because he didn't like a ruling, but he wasn't even in the hand, and he said, if you don't change your ruling, I'm never coming back. They don't change the ruling. He's been gone for 10 years. No one's heard from him. Maybe 5 years. No one's heard from him for 5 years. All over a hand that he wasn't even involved in. Another guy goes to Vegas with a credit card, like $5,000 or $10,000. I might have told this story way back, like season 1 or something. He builds it up to like $100,000. He keeps going to higher and higher games. 1, 2, 2, 5, 5, 10, 10, 20. Builds it up over 100, 150, whatever it was, and loses it all on one hand. Nut flush to a straight flush. Oh, I guess straight flush should be considered a nut flush, but ace high flush to a straight flush. Loses the whole thing and doesn't have enough money to pay his hotel bill. So yeah, a lot of interesting people. Oh, you know what? I want to stop at a Verizon store. Let's put that in here and see what I can find, because I need to get a new phone, right? Because when I was in Vegas, my Verizon Business, where is this? No, it's too far. One of the buttons came off my phone, so I had to tape it on. I had like a salad sitting on the floor. I took the piece of tape that was keeping the container closed, and I used that to tape my phone, and that's been on there for like 3 days. So I'm gonna go in there, and I will either get a new phone today, like right now, or I may consider getting another one of these phones. The benefit of a new phone, obviously, it's new, it's going to be free up to $1,000 value. The downside is I'm used to this phone. I like the extra screen. I like the big size of the phone. So we'll hopefully get someone who's good at explaining stuff and make a good decision on this. But anyway, I'm going over there now. It's 4 miles away. So in this game, we're talking and stuff, and then I get involved in this big hand. I've got an ace-8 of spades, ace-8 of spades, and the flop is 2, 3, 4, and someone makes it 15, and I call. There's one spade on the board, and then the turn is a spade. So I've still got a straight draw, and now I have a nut flush draw, and the guy goes all in, and I call, and another guy calls. Well, the river is another spade, so, and the board is not paired, so I end up with the winning hand. It was like a $245 all in on my end, plus there was all that money already in the pot. The other guy had a lower flush draw, king high, 10 high flush draw, and the other guy had a set, which he's the one that got screwed, because really I should have folded that thing on the flop. But so that brought me up to like $800, and then I had another hand, ups and downs, and had another hand with a friend of mine, and he had 8-9 suited and flops an 8, and I've got pocket jacks, so jacks, and he's got 8-9 suited, flops an 8. Turn comes, nothing. River comes, nothing. And so I bet 50 on the river, and he's thinking. He's thinking maybe I've got an 8 also with a worse kicker, but the river is like what was the river, like a 10. So I could have had the 10, I could have had 2 pair, could have had a set. He's got 1 pair. I made a 50, and he's like, man, I want to call you, but I feel like you've got me beat. And I'm like, well, tell me what you've got and I'll tell you what you should do. And he says, I've got an 8. I said, you should fold. And he's like, man, I believe you, but you hesitated too long before you said I should fold, so I kind of want to call you. And he shows his hand, 8-9, and he's like, all right, I'll call. And of course he loses the hand, but that was an interesting one. Ended up buying in for a total of 400 and cashing out 812 for a profit of 412. So we made $2,500 today. Didn't even leave town, hardly even broke a sweat. I was at that club for 2 hours, and I was at the casino for 20 minutes, and that's all we needed today. So interestingly, I had like $100 in free play at the casino, and the only machine I play is $22.50 a spin. So that was like four spins. So all right, so we're gonna head over to this Verizon store and hopefully get a phone. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I went to the Verizon store and I did not get myself a new phone. Instead, I got my wife a new phone. Isn't that the way it normally works? I got her a new iPhone. She has an Android right now, so we'll have her set up the iPhone instead. And they wanted $40 for activation, then you have to pay the tax up front, which is like $70, and then $40 to move her info. I'm like, I don't even care about moving the info then. I could do that myself. It would be better for her just to set up one app at a time than to have it move everything. But she also has to bring in her old phone, so we'll do that in the morning. So today she can set up her new phone, and I can copy all her pictures onto my system, and then get her all the apps that she needs, and then move the pictures back onto the new phone from my system, from my computer. And then she would wipe out her old phone and bring it in as part of the trade, part of the deal, whatever. So that's all good. She gets an iPhone 16. Now my little boy is old enough now that he needs a phone. He can get an iPro or iPhone Pro or a Pro Max for free, but she can't get it for free. So I thought maybe a Pro Max would be too big for a kid, so I just got him a Pro. So we'll help him get that set up. I'm sure he'll love that. So he'll be ready for school with that. As far as with my phone, yeah, I don't want to spend all that money, and I really like to have what I have now, which is multiple screens. I looked at that the other one, Fold 7, but it's $1,900, and even after discount that I get would still be over $1,000. So instead of doing that, and I'm worried that it's going to break easily because it's such a big screen, I don't want to have problems with it. Instead, I'm going to go on eBay and buy myself another one that's identical. They'll charge me $40 to activate it and $40 to move my stuff over, and that'll all be ready to go then. And might actually be able to find one that has more memory, and I don't have to worry about a memory stick in there as well. I know phones are really not using those much anymore. So that's about it right now. We're heading toward home. Had a good day today. Haven't heard anything from Mike. He's probably sleeping and getting to see his sister, and for now things seem to be pretty quiet with him. What did I eat today? Did I eat any food today? Oh yeah, I had that grill stuff. That was pretty good. And I mixed up that sauce very nicely. Tasted delicious. So I would give that a 10 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did I tip today? You know, I did get that jackpot for over $3,000. I was generous enough to tip $20 on that one. There is a waitress there. She knows everyone's name that gambles there. And as soon as I won the jackpot and I was videotaping it, you could hear it on the video instantly. Congratulations, what can I get you to drink? Would you like this or this or this? Because she knows everything you've ever had to drink there. and I did actually get a drink, and I did tip her a couple bucks. So that was cool. That's really what did I learn today? I don't know. I learned that phones and phone companies suck, and even a free phone, you got to pay taxes on it. You got to pay it up front. You can't use cash unless you have exact change, and you still have to activate it, which costs $40. And if you want to move your stuff over, it's another $40. So your free phone is only $150. So whatever. But everything is good. Tomorrow is going to be the coach episode, and then Sunday we'll be back on the road, and I'll be back with you, and hopefully back to making big money again. So that's going to be it for now. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.